So, hello, today I want to talk a bit about the Nintendo Switch and features I think that should be in the Switch but aren't. So, what are they? So, first of all, I think a chat function, actually, chat software, kind of like what the PlayStation has, the console is greatly lacking in that kind of support. There is an app I've seen, and you can attach your phone via this cable adapter malarkey. I just think it's a daft idea, meaning you need a smartphone. And the thing is, some kids don't have smartphones. Some people have smartphones. Their parents we don't allow them to have smartphones, and some people just don't have them through principle. The one thing I think that Sony have got right is the ability to have an in-game. There's in-game chat for in some games, and there's also a console-wide chat as well. So up to 8 people can be in a room talking to their friends, whilst all 8 of them are playing different games. There's also in that there's the ability to hide the party, make it private, and you can limit the number of people in the party as well. So I don't know why Nintendo haven't done this. I know you might say that Nintendo are more child friendly, more family company, and it's to protect their user base. Here's the thing: children buy the PlayStation, children buy the Xbox. They have functionality available to them that allows them to have party chats and to Twitch stream as well. But I'll get onto that in a minute. And I just don't see why Nintendo doesn't have the same idea and just include a party chat software within the console. I don't know if the console's going to be limited to its ability to do this or not. But in 2018, I think that if you're going to launch a console, have a new console that's already selling really well, and have games that support online play, I think that you should really have a chance and a way of chatting to your friends. And all your friends chatting whilst playing different games as well, that's pretty cool. And be able to see what kind of games your friends are playing. That sounds like a good idea. I think that with privacy settings and other settings, you could help lock it down. You could help protect your children that way and have some other safety features in there that you can add. Some consoles I know and have also parental control as well. Introducing stuff like this would be, I think, a great idea, and it means then that games like Mario Kart, for example, you don't need to use that daft thing that game has, where you have to select when you want to communicate with your friends from a small list of responses like good game, that was a good race, that sort of thing. It's a bit naff. It's a bit limited. And of course, I think that there will be games that are going to come out like Mario Kart. I'm thinking Smash Brothers, and I'm pretty sure that Splatoon probably has online play as well. So to be able to communicate with your team, your friends, it makes sense rather than having to make some sort of daft thing connection with a mobile phone. I know Nintendo are all for their peripherals, and they love peripherals. They've proved that over their lifespan as a company. They love their extra peripherals, their extra add-ons, their extra little fripperies. I'm not a fan with some of them, to be honest. The link cable. I mean, they did a link cable for the Game Boy Advance, and it allowed you to do four-way races, four-way play, and we didn't have enough games to use with it. I honestly think there'll be plenty of games coming out on the Switch that have online play, online multiplayer. You've also think about it. You've also got FIFA as well. FIFA has that option on PlayStation. I'm pretty sure it probably has that option on Xbox as well, where you have online play and being able to online play with friends um, is just. I don't see why there's no in-game chat. and in console chat as well. I just don't really get it. So please, Nintendo, if anyone from Nintendo will ever watch this video, please include a chat tool within the console in a system update. That'd be fantastic. Other changes and updates I think that people would be looking for, I think maybe more likely to happen would be YouTube, Amazon Prime Video, and also the big one, Netflix, and also Twitch as well. Twitch is massive these days. Why is there no Twitch connectivity and the ability to actually stream your gameplay from the Switch straight onto Twitch? And to be able to do that on the go would be, because that's what the whole idea of the Switch is, you can play it at home or on the go. To be able to Twitch stream whilst you're on a train, whilst you're traveling, while you're in a hotel, for example, while you're on holiday, that sounds great. You already have an advantage with the Switch being a more portable console than the likes of the PlayStation and the Xbox. It's a no-brainer. Think of how great and how much fun you could have on holiday doing a Twitch stream. You go, hey guys, I'm on holiday in Barbados. It's a nice day outside. But I want to have a quick game before I go out to the pool or out to the beach. So here we go, I'm going to broadcast my gameplay. And it's just, or from the side of the pool, or on the beach. You know, that would be, I know, of course, on the beach you would need Wi-Fi or you would need 3G. There's no 3D connectivity and ability within the Switch. But some beaches are near hotel resorts, and if you've got good enough Wi-Fi, you might be able to get a signal. So it's a great little thing you could do and could have in this console. Twitch on the go would be brilliant. You can do it with a PC and a laptop. To be able to do it with a games console would be phenomenal. So please, Nintendo, can you include this for the Switch? I know there's no built-in there's no camera and no microphone. You need to have a headset for the microphone and stuff like that. But at least to be able to broadcast your gameplay would be brilliant. I'm sure there would be some gaming headsets as well that you could license out or make yourselves that'll just plug into the headphone jack of the Switch. That would be brilliant. That also comes on to, gaming headsets. If you can support that to go alongside the Twitch and to go alongside chat, that would be absolutely smashing. I mean, you could start to bring on board then more serious gamers without having to have some over elaborate setup at home with sort of capture boxes and stuff like that. And I think that to be able to do that from console would be absolutely brilliant. And obviously, like I touched on earlier, YouTube, Amazon Video, and of course Netflix. It's a console that can go on the go, and you've got Wi-Fi connectivity. Why, pray tell, can't you do it? If you could do it, it would be brilliant. Again, it's something you can do on the go. You can watch it on. You can watch your YouTube videos on the go, on the train. You can watch Netflix on the train. I just think it would be, and any services that allow you to actually download video to the app. So Amazon Video and other services as well. It would be fantastic support. I mean, the user base for this is already quite big. This might actually push it a bit as well. It's just, I think that it's a possibility. It's a great idea. Why isn't it available? I think the Switch is now, it's coming up for being a year old, which is mental. It came out, I think, in March last year. It's almost a year old already, and we're missing these things. But I think the number one thing though, right top of everybody's list, is the virtual console. I know it's not been around for very long on home consoles, but it's a brilliant idea to be able to play old games, old Nintendo games, old Super Nintendo games, old Mega Drive games. I don't think anyone expected that. That was a curveball for everybody when they saw that on the Virtual Console, on the Wii and the Wii U. So you could have Sonic, the original Mega Drive and Master System Sonics on a Nintendo console. That was just brilliant. And also TurboGrafx. That's a nice little curveball as well. So maybe Atari games as well in an arcade collection. £2 a go for Atari games. Similar idea for maybe a bit more for the Super Nintendo and Nintendo Entertainment System games. Again, why isn't this a thing? Why isn't it on this console already? I honestly don't understand it. There are a few old games down under some arcade classics. Nah. I know they're going to have this paid system for playing online. So what I've covered in this video, I think with the fact that you're having a paid service coming up, kind of suggests that you're going to have quite a few games with online play, so the chat's a must. Having it with an app, is just, for me, a daft idea. The chat should be on the console. I honestly don't know why it isn't. The ability to play these old games, it's just, there's so many things that we would like. If you're going to be tying in the virtual console with the paid online service, that is going to hurt people. To know that they've got to pay a subscription on top of the cost of actually buying a game. Although the games are only £6 or £7, for a company that's supposedly child friendly, family friendly, and it being probably the cheapest console to get if you shop around and know where to look, then I just think that it's just, I don't know, that's going to hurt people. I hope Nintendo don't do it. Please don't do it. Please have a way of being able to buy virtual console games without having to play online service as well. So there's plenty of things out there and things I would like to see happen and things I'd like to see with the Switch. To be able to play the original Mario on the go would be just without having to own a Game Boy Advance. It's a nice big screen as well. It might be that it's pushing into the DS's marketplace a little bit, because you can now get some Super Nintendo games on the 3DS. If they feel like that's going to encroach in the DS's market, then is it a good idea? Is it not a good idea? Personally, I think to be able to play it on either console would be fantastic. The Hanabi Festival was a brilliant idea, allowing people in UK and Europe to play games that came out in Japan. Was just a fantastic, brilliant idea. So to know that that could possibly happen again is just, it's really quite exciting. It allows people who haven't played these games before, especially the younger gamers who have missed out on so many brilliant games because they just weren't born. Having you be able to play them on the Switch, it just makes so much sense. I know Nintendo are saying that some games like Zelda, I think Zelda Ocarina of Time, isn't going to be ported again. One exception this time, Ocarina of Time on the go, and not just a 3DS version of it, but it with the ability on quite a nice clear screen. I think that in 720 would look smashing, and I just think that that would be a fantastic thing to have. GameCube games on the go also as well. That would just be a game winner. You'd be basically printing money. It's a home run. I'm sure a lot of people can agree Smash Bros on the GameCube was the best Smash Bros. And people still play it in competitions. It must be a good Smash Brothers game if that's the case. So that that needs to come out. That all this needs to happen, or at least one of these things. If one thing, Nintendo, give us the Virtual Console, please. If anything, the Virtual Console would be an absolute brilliant thing to have. Um, so please let me know what you think in comments, etc. You can find me on Twitter as well, at Night of Ghosts. So let me know what you think about what I brought up in this video. Thank you, and goodbye for now.